Hello everyone, it is Evan from the Trade Risk, Sunday, March 22nd, and I'm here with some trade ideas for the week. Before we get into that, we're going to briefly talk about the indices, what my thoughts are there, and also just a reminder that if you do like these videos, please do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. If you get value from these videos, if you find these setups and you put them on your watch list, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate that. So, with respect to the indices here, we had a monster week all around. We had the FOMC minutes out on Wednesday of this past week, and that really ignited things to the upside. But the market started off strong. You can see here we are back above 209, this resistance level that acted as resistance here back in the end of 2014. Twice rolled over here, and then finally we broke out above 209 in February. We are now back above it. That is a very constructive sign. I like to see that, so I want to see that level hold going into next week. IWM, you can see this thing's a monster. It's just running away to the upside here. And don't forget this breakout. Look at this weekly chart. Look at a monthly chart. Really orderly consolidation, and now we are legging to new highs here. So the IWM, very bullish action there, and the Q's almost back to the highs here. You can see finding some resistance back here at this cluster of resistance from a couple of weeks ago. So, you know, after a strong kind of V-shaped move, you'd expect it to run into some overhead supply there. So overall, I'm very constructive on these markets. Perhaps they're a bit extended here, especially looking at the IWM, the Qs. They could, you know, come in slightly or at least digest through time. But overall, I think if they continue to hold on to the majority of these recent gains, very constructive on the market. So let's get into some actionable setups. These are all breakout trades. That's what we do here at the Trade Risk. We look for consolidations. We look for breakouts. So that's what I have for you here as usual. So LNC, this is the first name we're going to look at here. $59. That's the resistance level. It's been moving sideways, kind of basing right underneath this resistance level. So keep it on watch. Had a nice day on Friday. Let's see if it gets some continuation there. 59 is what I'm watching. ALGN, we talked about this one. I thought I almost grabbed this trade here on Thursday, decided to pass on it, and it did get rejected down 2% on Friday. So this $58 level, $58.50 is still sort of giving this one some trouble here. You can see it's moved pretty tight here on the side. Look at a weekly chart. You can see this has essentially been controlling the upside here, this little horizontal range, $55 to $58. So keep it on watch. This one can move quick when it starts to go, but this $58 level still has a hold on it, but it's one that I am now watching yet again. BCOR, here's another one. Cheaper stock, been in a very long downtrend now since the beginning of 2014, came all the way from $30 down to 13, but it's now put in, this is a weekly chart we're looking at, put in a nice little base here. Moving averages are catching up, the fast moving averages starting to flatten out. If you look back on a daily chart, you can see it's a nice looking base here. You can see we had a very strong impulse leg here at the end of February, pulled back a little bit, moving sideways, and now it looks like it might want to start continuing here and lift out of this base. So really constructive action. That's what I like to see. Above 1460 or so is essentially what I'm looking at. I think we got a nice trade here, especially above this level, and then back above $15. I think there's a lot of room to float back into the mid-teens there. So keep that one on watch. I like the setup. I like the base there. STJ, talked about this one here. $68, not ready yet, but $68 still seems to be a pretty important level. Look at a weekly chart here. You can see that it's been a resistance level for most of 2014. We were briefly above it here, and now we're just kind of basing right underneath this resistance level. So $68, that's what I'm watching there. That one could be a nice mover if it can decide to go. Another name, QVCA. Take a look at a weekly chart here. Very, very clean resistance level. It had a nice uptrend, for multi-year uptrend all the way from 2009. You know, even the lows of 2009. It's been marching higher, and now basically spent the entire year of 2014 digesting that leg, that move higher, and it looks like it could potentially be getting ready here. This daily chart has very, very clean resistance here, right around $29.75. You could probably call it $30, but it's getting close to breaking back out. So that's one you want to have on watch. That could be a pretty powerful breakout if it decides to go. TJ Maxx, this one had a very impressive move on Friday. It's basically breaking out now. It needs a little more continuation, but it's essentially in motion. It's had a pretty good leg higher here since September of 2014, but it has been consolidating nicely for the past basically this entire year of 2015. So this one could be ready to go again on the upside. You want to keep TJX on your watch list. Next, final two I have, I believe, are both recent IPOs. ARMK, I've talked about this one a little bit. Restaurant name, 3260. I mean, basically above the highs for this week. Looks like it could get going here. It's a recent IPO. This is a weekly chart of it. You can see it, IPO'd back almost right at the beginning of 2014. Had a nice little consolidation, broke out in late 2014, and now it is finding resistance here at these weekly highs, so keep that one on watch. And then finally I have VWR, another recent IPO. Take a look at a weekly chart here. This is it. IPO'd back at the end of 2014, came up, had a nice impulse leg higher off the IPO price, and now it's going sideways here, so it looks like above 26 and a quarter. If you want to wait to $27 to make new all-time highs, that would be a perfectly good breakout as well. So keep it on watch. Might need some more time here. Lots of tails on the top end here, so keep it on watch. Could be interesting pretty soon. And that's all I have. So again, if you like the videos, please do subscribe on the bottom right, and thanks for watching. Good luck trading this week.